Hey guys, it's Jess, and you're listening to With Love by Jess. A podcast about love, music, health, and wellness.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jess. Hey, and this is my friend that I'm very glad to introduce to everyone. It's a phenomenal young gifted Black brother that I've been able to meet on the internet. I found him. He's such a great inspiration to his generation, I believe, especially coming from the streets of Philadelphia. And his name is Retro Kid. Retro Kid.
Sup,
Sorry, guys.
sup.
Hey, so yes, Retro Kid, how have you been, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Making some moves. Told you I was a quiet storm, so I move in silence.
I know.
Making
You would
some
never think
moves.
because on his Instagram, y'all, he had like fans, like Retro Kid. Oh my God, we were gonna
You
see.
know what's crazy?
What?
You know how that came about? They actually checked out my haircut, and I came out with a haircut scheme because, back in the day, they did a lot of stuff with like parts and stuff like that. 90s rappers, Big Daddy Kane and
Yeah.
stuff like that. They did a lot of styles and stuff like that back in the day. So I decided to come up with my first EP name and get it like put in the back of my head, like parts and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
And that got their attention. So they came out of nowhere, started asking me questions. Oh, what's that mean? This, that, and the third. And instantly, I just introduced myself and I started rapping. I didn't even tell them what it was in the back of my head. It was just a way of introducing myself. It was
Yeah.
dope though.
Wow. Wow, that's cool. I was like, look at him. I was like, yep, because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, look at this kid. So yeah, Retro Kid, my podcast is about health and wellness and about love. And this is exactly why we're here is because I really was just like, wow, like you're so cool from where you're from. And, we're going to get a little bit into about that and where you're from and all that stuff. I said, but your story and how young you are. I'm like, whoa, like, and not that, that's a big deal. But we need that. We need that. We need greater inspiration. And we've been on the hunt for good music lately. And good music is about healing and wellness as well. We have to understand that music is like number one. Music is like going to be a saving grace to us very soon and it's going to change the world. So I feel like when I meet souls like yours and just a lot of my other friends that I mingle with here in the music world out here, especially in Southern California, it's just like it's all love and it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be positivity. So I really appreciate you taking the time out to do this interview. And and that's a pretty cool story about like, your fans. Cause yeah, I feel like
Right.
this brother right here, he's about to be on the come up and I want him to be on the come up. Right now, you'll only find him on SoundCloud, but that, right now we gonna work. We're gonna get him together. We're gonna get it right.
Right.
We're gonna get it right. So, yes. So this podcast interview is going to be more constructed. From the first time I ever met you, I wasn't able to go to Philadelphia for my birthday this year. So precisely a month from today. Did you know that? Today was the first day I met you. Like a month.
Wow. Wow.
Because I had opened up my notebook to do the interview and I had seen that I had a page already written out for you from the time that I met you and it was 7/20/2020. So today is
That's dope.
8/20/2020 and I'm like,
That's dope. That's dope.
vibes all day. It's such a vibe and I love it. But today's topic is really going to be about overcoming obstacles in your environment. And we know that a lot of hip hop artists are definitely, they come from that. We know that our environment is what makes our music. It's what we talk about the most. So, and those are crazy. Back in the 90s, which is so cool because you're a retro kid. Tell people what does your name mean to you? What is Retro Kid?
So my name means a lot to me. I just feel like every day, it reflects on who I am. It's a lifestyle. Retro. I got an old soul. I'm a kid at the end of the day. I'm a kid at heart. So,
right.
even just being a kid, I had an old soul. Like, you know, kids wanted to get in things. I was the type of kid, you know, I'm gonna go home. I got better things
Yeah.
to do at home. So like, I don't know, it just grew on me. I first started off with 94 because that was the year I was born. That was my first rap name.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, one day I was just thinking, I was actually freestyling or something like that. And I came out with Retro Kiq. It was
Yeah.
retro, then it was Retro Kiq. You know, my slogan is
He was like,
old
wait,
soul, but a kid at
oh,
heart.
shit. I love those reactions. Yeah, that should be making sense. I'll be like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for real.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, 94 baby. Hey, after the
Right.
90s babies, the people that we used to harass, because y'all used to be right after us. I'm an 80s baby, so I'll be holding it down. Y'all some young bucks, but we love, it's all love here.
It's
Actually,
crazy though, because
isn't Cardi B 94? Isn't she
Cardi B,
94?
what,
Or
the
she
year she was born?
93? Yeah,
She might have been 93. I don't know. I gotta look
93.
into that.
Yeah, because you're
I was,
not that old. She's
yeah,
not that old either. She's still a baby. She just turned 27, I think, though.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
she got to be like 93, possibly 92.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty dope. So, I'm sorry. Continue. I know you were saying.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I had something come to my mind, but I don't know.
Oh,
Like, when you want to
it's
say
all
something,
good.
it's just be so much crammed in your head. Like,
Yeah. No, we straight. Look,
yeah,
you already.
man.
We here. We family. This is With Love by Jess. This is where you need to be. You're fine. So so overcoming obstacles, and I think that's where we was left at when we talked about like certain rappers using their environment for their music, and
Right.
tell people where you're from. Where you from?
South Philly to be exact. I was born in Methodist Hospital.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been there almost like my childish ages in South Philly. Then I just started moving. I just moved to West Philly, like middle school time. So like basically from seventh grade and to high school. And then from there, I just been on West Philly. But for the most part, I don't, I try to stay out the way as much as possible with all this stuff
Yes.
going on.
Whew.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I got some good news for you. So I'm back. I'm back in school.
Oh,
Not regular, not college, but it's
yeah.
more like a trade. Sterile
Yeah.
processing. So I'm going to
That's
school for
fine.
sterile processing.
Yeah.
I recently picked up another job. Just waiting for them to give
Okay.
me a call back. To seal the deal.
Yeah.
But with all that even going on, I'm still working on my first EP. Like I got to get
I
this EP,
know.
rolling. So.
Yeah. I know. So that's cool because oh man, that just made me think of a great ass question for you because when you were younger, when you started, when did you really start loving music? Like music and tying into like your environment and how it played a part in where you grew up in South Philly?
I feel like music always played a part in me.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I really like Biggie. I like, I
It's a
know
diamond,
music.
y'all. You know, Illuminati. It's a
I know
diamond. It's a
music.
diamond. Like, not
But I think,
period.
I don't know what it is. Like, I just always been infatuated by art. Art,
Yeah.
period. Like, anything to do with art. And music is a big part of
Yes.
art to me. So, like,
Absolutely. Yeah, I used
yeah,
to
I just
draw.
always been infatuated.
I've always been into arts too. I love art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Jay-Z is. You're okay with me on my podcast. Keep coming back. You're okay with me. It's so funny. I've talked to people on the streets and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't even like Jay-Z like that. I don't think Jay-Z's the best
Yeah.
rapper." And all this stuff, and I'll be like, "It's cool," because what I see in music is individuality, obviously, and I think that's like, everybody's gonna bring their own thing to the table. So even to
Right.
compare, if you really want to like buckle it down and just do all your little, everybody, the one top 50 and the top 40 and the top 10 and your top 5, like, okay, I get it. But everybody's in their own lanes, and I feel like that's
Right.
what you try to say, like trying to tell people y'all in your own lane, And that's what do we say to ourselves when we're trying to uplift ourselves? Because sometimes we don't even have support. When we start at the bottom, nobody's supporting us. So how do we lift us out of those situations where we could support ourselves and think, hey, look, we got this. So Jay-Z's all about the positive, like, look, hey, look at yourself. You are a star. You can be better. You need to. Hey, look, artists like that already always are dominant to me. I feel like that's why he could say he would be my number one rapper, because at the end of the day, you still, like, all that shit he went through, and we was just talking about this, and that's why I was a little late, because we was literally talking about music.
He overcame it.
Yeah, he went through a lot. I said people talking about him and his brother's relationship, and then even from the relationship with his real brother to his Kanye brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his brother. I'm like, it's everybody go through their own shit, but you overcome it. And we was talking about that too, like different levels, different devils. Like the shit that he goes through now, there's things that are plaguing their family and people don't even know about it. But that's why they have to keep a lot of things private. I respect my brother, man. I love Jay-Z. If anybody got anything to say negative about Jay-Z, I just laugh. I'd be like, because you
my thing with that is you can't be mad at somebody with because we all have. I'm saying as far as like having your opinion on something. Nobody's have our own opinion, and if that's how somebody feel about a certain situation, then that's just how they feel. You gotta go about it.
Like, look, that's on you, bro. That's exactly how I feel too. Exactly. I'd be like, well, because we all have, and that's literally individuality as well. So we all have our own little, that's what I mean. We have our own. We're in our own competition. We're not in no competition with nobody else. And once the music game could really realize that too, oh man, what a beautiful place it would be. Because I feel like music is the first community that we actually really have, especially as minorities. Of course, starting with African American, but then all trickling on down. I mean, not even African American, but Africa. Just the beat, the sound, the drums, all that. It just comes all trickling down, and everybody's involved in it. And it's such a beautiful thing, especially because when you see people, especially like we're gonna get a little bit into it, but like white people, when they're doing music and they're able to be like their love of music blends into the love of music with other artists, and that's what it means to really not care about your skin color, because music brings people together no matter what race you are. So it's like with our white brothers, and they're doing music and it's soulful, or if it's real music, it's good music and it's soulful and it's just carrying a message and uplifting people. They do the same thing Black people do. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all in it together, but we have to build that community. Music has to be the build community. I see you with a lot of potential. I see you with a lot of already star quality to me that I think like, man, like I hope he makes it one day. I really do. Like I hope that you can come I hope you can overcome your obstacles in your environment, and then especially good luck with your second job and going back to school, boy. I know you got to in because you was from South Philly, so I already know.
What made me?
You strong.
What made me feel like that would help me come beat the odds as far as like my mind and the way I think. I just feel like I know school. Everybody is not a school person. For instance, I'm really not a school person. Once I'm done with school, I'm done with school. But my thing is, it mellows, it slows you down in a way. Like it calms you down in a way. You get back in school, whether it's a class, whatever you want to call it. It kind of like sets your mind. Like it gets you back to why you out here. What's your purpose? Because there's a lot that come with it. Like so. My mom told me about it. She told me about, it's a better opportunity to get more money, job, whatever. And I just took it and it just made me feel like, this is another step with life. This is something that can probably help me better, like further my life, whatever I'm trying to do as far as with my music and stuff like that. So, you know what? I just took it and ran with it. Right. And my mom used to do it like when she used to work at the hospital. So.
Right.
Like
I know. And it is true what they say, like Black women, we're very strong, very resilient people. And for your mom to be raising you and your brother, your little brother is so cute, and I love his dress.
Thank you.
It's so cute. So yeah, like I commend you. I really do, and I hope that you make it out of this. It's not, and it not even that it's a negative thing. When we say we're making it out of something, it ain't always got to be bad. It could be tough, it could be hard, but life isn't easy, right? So we already know, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's what to expect, and that's why it's about the endurance. We have to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Because look, we ain't gonna just give up. Like just when you're running, like especially if you were running away from somebody, you won't be running from like if you running away from somebody that was shooting at you, you be running for your life. It's the same
Right.
thing about opportunities. So you gotta get it at all best means, and that's what I do. That's why I'm in the game the way that I'm in the game, the way that I feel like I reach out to the community is to uplift people who are going through adverse situations, or things aren't as easy for you or for the next person, because you hustling, you struggling, you getting through, you taking care of your family and your little brother and all that stuff. You're actually
Mm-hmm.
going to need more resources on top of what you're trying to do with your music. And so, of course, you need that job. Of course, you need that support, but you also need support, and you need positive support and positive energy. And I like when you said that, you kind of just stay out of the way, because, man, I, I think, dude, I even tell you, like, I don't know if it was before or after I met you that
Mm-hmm.
day. I was in Philly, and I didn't almost get shot, but somebody almost shot me. I mean, no,
What?
somebody shot somebody else that was by me.
Are you serious? So you was in a full blown shootout?
Yeah, like for real. Like for real, I was
Oh
in the field.
man.
So for me, I'll be like, well, shit. And it's so crazy. I don't like to use the word numb, because it's not numb. It's just normal. Because
Uh-huh.
I feel like what people feel like is weird is normal, but some people feel like
Yeah.
normal is weird. And hey, look, it was very
Mm-hmm.
normal for me to have seen that, like, because of where I'm from too,
Wow.
and so I was just like, what? And I just kept walking. It was just like,
Broad daylight?
because the brother man, so the person that shot him was at the light. And then I
Uh-huh.
seen the light. I seen his lights on his head. Like, I was like walking across the street. I'm like, damn, this light is bright. His lights are bright. Sure
Yeah.
enough, I got across I touched the corner. Brother man that got shot, and I knew it was him, because he was like, hey, let me talk to you. I'm like, nah, bro. Like I'm just like, don't even
Wow.
kept walking. I was like, because it was late. I was like, nah, I'm out of here, because I don't know nobody around here. This is not my hood. I ain't got no goons in that area. We live in the west side of Philly, so it was like I didn't know about that. So I kept it pushing. This nigga, pop. I was like, I was
Wow.
like, and I was like, oh, gotta get where
Yo.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
shit. I was like, damn. And when you reach the house, you like, thank you, Lord. Of course you gotta give thanks to God. But
Yeah.
it was so like, man, like people really out here in these environments that really be gutter, like real gutter. And for me, it's like, even to have met you, like I know one of what we were talking about is one of our favorite rappers is Tupac. We were talking
Right.
about Tupac.
Right.
And we're talking about Tupac. So, and I know a lot of people, there's a lot of judgment or opinion about who they believe Tupac is, especially from him being born in the East Coast, and then on the West Coast, he ride out, he was a ride or die West Coast brother before he passed away. And that's how a lot of us knew him, but him being out here and claiming, allegedly, I don't know, I can't say, because I wasn't old enough. I wasn't in the streets yet. I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I was in love with Tupac. I was a kid. I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't know if he was in the streets or not either. We could say he was, but I feel like I was just telling somebody this. Tupac's been exposed to things, I'm sure, no, without a doubt. But kind of like me, I born and raised in Compton, California. It's like you do see a lot of shit. You just know a lot of stuff. But if you're a conscious mind, he was a very wise soul. Like he also was like rowdy. He wanted to be about that life. You know what I'm saying? Even if he wasn't,
Right.
that nigga was right. He was already up on everything, talking about everything. He was very
Mm-hmm.
opinionated, had things to say. He was not faking that. That was all genuine, and Tupac is going to forever be a legend because of how his personality was received by a lot of people who he touched through his music, and especially
Right.
his West Coast gangster rap. Like, come on now, like, and it's crazy because people don't even see that as art. They look at it like violence. They don't even see gangster rap as art. It's art.
Right.
It's art because what they're doing is uplifting themselves out of the hood and they're giving back the community what their experience was. So it's tight. That's what makes it cool. Like, you know, so
Right.
Tupac was always somebody too who I feel like overcame his obstacles in his environment. And I feel like, so this is the wellness portion of it, is that his mom, she was the spiritual aspect of his life. And I think that's why he paid homage to her so much before he passed away. And, you know, I see you're young, you got your brother, and your mom is your life. And I know you love your mom to death and you're doing what you're doing to provide for your family. So, you know, you want to talk about that a little bit? Like, how do you feel like you, you know, how do you feel about that? Like,
It's rough. I would say it's rough because, like, you know, wouldn't say I grew up without a dad or anything. I definitely had my dad, but dad was just a knucklehead in and out of prison. Just a lot of goofy stuff. And I had to find a way to become a man on my own. Yes, my mom played a huge role, but at the same time, she's not a man. You get what I'm saying? Like a man as far as a father figure. Yeah, like I said, my dad was in and out my life. He was there, you know, sometimes he'll pick me out, spend the night up his house or whatever. I played sports. He's a good dude, but at the same time, you know, he wasn't there enough to show me how to be a man. I had to learn on my own. I had to do things on my own. I had to see everything for my own.
right.
So, yeah, same thing with my little brother. His father situation is crazy too, but you know, I'm not going to get into detail with that. But I think as time, since the day he came home, it's just like I took that role to a whole nother level. Yes, I'm your big brother, but I feel like, you know, I'm the dad at the end of the day because I can't let my little brother.
I would hold you accountable if you weren't, but I know you're a great soul and you are a good kid out there and you're doing the right things. And, you know, even though you feel like, you know, you want to have all these other things, sometimes it's just that we need to trust the process and then get into the flow of how things are moving for us, because things do get tight in life and things get constricted. And it's a little difficult for everybody right now, especially with COVID and all that stuff going on. It's, you know, it's not easy. So, you know, my heart always still goes out to you. It's always love, right? So, let me see. So this is kind of a question that I wanted to ask. Do you feel like sometimes you're your biggest enemy? Because I know, like, being in the rap game, it could be kind of defeating sometimes because, like, you might think, or, you know, because it depends. Everybody's at like a certain level when they're in the game, you know, and I feel like there's a lot of people who I work with that are, you know, pretty self-aware and about their situation, which is great because, you know, that's how we're able to make good music too. Because, you know, you got to be conscious about it. You got to see where you're at in life, and that's the journey about healing and getting your shit together. But sometimes you feel like where you're at in life right now, that there's things that you caused to be like, man, like, you know, where you had moments that you're like, you're not even who you are right now. Like, you didn't know that you were going to be able to be who you are now, or what are your accomplishments? You know, did you feel like you failed on any of your accomplishments?
Honestly, at this point, I don't feel like I'm anywhere just yet. I'm still in the process of trying to get to another. I guess I would say I'm a SoundCloud rapper. So, like you said, you know, most of my music is pretty soon. I feel like.
Sorry, y'all. It is breaking up a little bit, but sorry. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that under control, but yeah, keep going. Don't call yourself a SoundCloud rapper. I told you that. Look, see, we about business and we gonna make this money. And I want people to understand that, like my homegirl Lisa, I love her to death. She is amazing, and I always be quoting her. She be dropping gems. She just be like, Jessica, I'm gonna just mind fuck you a little bit today, huh? How about I drop this little shit on your head? She dropped this little shit on my head one day. Because we was talking about the difference between like mainstream rappers and indie rappers and, you know, underground hip hop and all that shit. And we was talking about individuality. It's one of my favorite podcast episodes. It's talking about how everybody's gonna be different. It's like, you know, But she's talking about like that's not what the title, like you wouldn't necessarily title yourself, because it goes back to that you are great in your light and what you're doing. She said to the effect of like, man, I not forgot. I had it in my head, but I'm telling you, she dropped this bomb where she was like, you know, it doesn't even matter if you consider yourself an underground rapper, or if you consider yourself a SoundCloud rapper, or if you consider yourself a mainstream artist, or if you're trying to get a record label. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it doesn't necessarily even matter, because music is music, and we do know that. We know that music is you know, everybody got a playlist. Everybody got shit that they've been listening to since they got 90s joints. They got new stuff. Everybody, you know, especially if you're a creative, if this is your life and this is your calling, you definitely got music up the butt on your podcast, on your phone. So everybody listens to everything, and everybody does appeal to everybody. You know, some people are they appeal to certain artists and things like that, and you know, you'll see their favorite rappers and stuff. They're all kind of cultivated in that. But so yeah, like, oh, I lost my track of thought, and I always do this. I swear to you, not sorry.
Same thing I just did.
People
Same
used to
thing I
call
just did.
I used to do that. People used to call me Jessica Simpson. Like when I was in high school, I've had that problem forever. Like, it's so annoying. Like, people gonna be so irritated with my interviews. Like, bitch, like, can you ever just get your thought? I'm like,
For
yeah,
real
so
though,
but
man.
we're just having fun, because you know, I'm definitely trying to build up my repertoire and my interviews and stuff. So I'm still new to the game, and but I still love and I still appreciate the times I'm able to interview people and be on my podcast. So sorry, mind y'all, that I
Right,
will
right.
forget sometimes what I'm about to say. But yeah,
It's all good.
yeah. Yeah, but we was definitely talking about, like, we got all sidetracked off music again. Because, I mean, well, that's what you're here for. You are an artist, and, you know, music is love. That's my favorite, you know, music is everything. So when we go back to talking about, like, you being your own defeat sometimes, like, or where you feel like you are. Because for you, like, when you talk to me about being a SoundCloud
I,
rapper, what does that mean to you? Like,
right.
does it feel like you're not getting
I
where you
can
want?
I can actually to feed off of that. That too. I do feel like it's hard as far as like trying to maneuver and build fans and stuff like that. I just got to work a little harder. I tell myself that all the time. But what I was saying by that is,
That's what JM
you know,
came
I'm
to.
an independent artist.
Yeah.
I'm an independent artist. So it's rough. It's tough. Like when you by yourself, most people may have a team behind them and stuff like that. Not that I'm complaining about
Yeah.
it, but I'm saying like
Right.
that can get overwhelming sometimes. And sometimes you can, I feel like I'm my own enemy at the end of the day when it comes to really trying to contribute to my art, what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to perfect this EP is just, it's frustrating sometimes, like, cause I don't be having, when I have the time to work on my music, it just be like you get what I'm saying? Like it just, it messes with you a little bit. Like you just I don't have enough confidence, or my courage is not there. Like but at the same time, I might turn around and another day I wake up, I'm playing my music, and it's motivating me, and it's making me want to, you know, contribute more to what I'm trying to do. So, you know, that's my only problem, you know, just trying to get out there more and stay focused. Like,
Right.
cause it's
Right.
hard.
I know, and I'm a mom, and I feel like, not to say that that's like a biggest burden, because it's not. It's like one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
things. I've always, so with my kid, that's the greatest thing, because especially having one, because you know
Mm-hmm.
it does get harder when you have multiple, and I know that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
my friends are very strong women, and they have beautiful kids, but I have the one, and I've been able to maneuver with him, and we have such a great bond together, and
Mm-hmm.
I've never looked at it as a hindrance, but it does add on to your daily responsibilities. Now, you know,
Mm-hmm.
being able to do all of that, and then being able to do you and follow your career and your calling and stuff, I could totally identify with that, because that's exactly what I was saying. Like the producer JMKM, he told me that if you really want this, you have to work harder. And you said that. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I just need to tell myself I want to work harder. And so that's really
Mm-hmm.
going to be our biggest defeat if we don't get it in that alignment, and we have to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's literally,
Right.
especially with the climate for me and the climate of the country and how I feel about the country right now, I need to be self-sufficient. I don't believe that we should be, you know, and like with music too, there's so much opportunity for people to just have their own shit. There's so much opportunity. We don't even need to be signed anymore. That's how I'm looking at it in my mind. Like, we don't need your money. We don't need your money. We don't need this government. We don't need to be more tied in and fixed into the demons of the world. We need to just focus on what we're doing, because that's what happens. We have the great rappers and they're conscious, and then they flip to the industry, and then they start talking about just drugs, and bitches, and money. Yeah, that's it. Like, so everybody goes to that. But unfortunately, that's what everybody goes to that when they get to the industry. I mean, some people are strong as rocks, you know what I'm saying? But some other people, it gets them. And, you know, sometimes that's just the road. But with the climate of the country and how we are now, and entrepreneurship and individuality, you know, individual businesses and opportunities to uplift your, you know, your situation off the ground through your art and your music and things like that. So I just feel like music can have its own runway in this environment. And so for me, of course, entrepreneurship, I don't do well at corporates. Clearly, it's just not going to work. I don't want to work for the man ever again in my life. So what do? We have opportunity. And definitely, I always encourage people, especially the young folks out there, like, just do it. Just do it, because I don't feel like I waited late. I feel like I had to go through things. Look, that's what we're gonna say. I don't look at it like, oh, I'm too old or anything like that. Like, and that's what I want to encourage to my younger generation as well, is that you're not too young or you're not too old. You're just, you know, everybody has to go through their situation, and that's why I tell you, follow the process. Even with the support, I told you that when I met you. I feel like I told you that when I met you, because I think I remember you saying about the camp that you kind of felt like you wanted at one point, but then, you know, you starting to realize that it ain't like that. And for me, I'm like, well, you know, I do make a living off of networking, basically, because of my light and who I am, and knowing who I am as a child of God, and just knowing that's the only reason why I do a lot of what I do. It's my calling. I don't look at it as a career or a way to make money. It's something that I could live off doing, because it feeds the energy that I need in my heart, because that's how I'm going to have this longevity. I feel like I'll be around and I'll have a legacy, and that's how genuine I'll build it. And then when you do make it in the light, and not that I want that, you know, I know a lot of my friends, they always like, Jessica, you always talk about how you don't ever want to be famous. I said, because I don't want people to be, I don't want to be known. But at this rate, you know, building clientele and entrepreneurship, and, you know, having that, it's like, you know, I might incorporate that, but everything comes from love. Everything comes from the heart. I even get emotional when I talk about stuff like that, because it ain't even a game to me. Like, it's not a gimmick. And everybody know me. I'm real as shit. I don't care. Everybody know. Look, can't nobody even get on my YouTube or say anything negative about me in that light. Like, some people call me fake. That's fine, but that's up to your judgment. But look, when it comes to this, all day, every day, I don't have shit to prove to nobody else but myself. And for me, my genuineness has to be the forefront of my character. That's what I instill in people every day, wherever I go. I tell it at least once a time, every time I see one of my friends working in the industry, working as artists or working as producers, whatever you're doing in the industry, is just to every day that we're supposed to be grateful for our breath. Every day we look at it like, you know, we got another opportunity to go get this. But while we're getting it, let's be better people every day. Let's get to the top. Let's be a better people. And that, like, you know, that don't even gotta be about money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that money will come. And just like you, your music is so dope. He has a song about summer, and that's my favorite. It's my favorite season, because I was a summer baby. And it's so dope. Like, this kid, you guys, he raps, he freestyles, he writes, he's original in everything. And so that's why I have him on my platform. That's the reason why y'all might see him again. And y'all gonna see him. And y'all gonna see him probably on TV one day. And I'm like, like, just you know, Retro Kiq, I seen him on your YouTube like 20 years ago. Yep. Because I believe in you, and I think that you're positive inspiration to the future and his music. You guys gotta check it out on SoundCloud. Like
Better
serious.
backdrop.
Yes.
See my my backdrop.
Man, it's okay. Like he look, I didn't really give him the stipulations. So he's like out and about, y'all. I just hope, I hope it comes out great. I mean, I'm pretty sure JM is a wizard. He's a master of it all. And, I know he can work some things out with my podcast. I really appreciate that brother that you've met. Because he's also someone who brings a lot of joy and positivity to the community. A lot of people look at him in that light. I've never heard a negative thing about this person a day in my life. So I really appreciate being around energies like that, because they do have your back, and they know that you're good people, so you good people. They good people, you good, but you have people in your corner who want to believe in you and really tough it out. Real shit. We're gonna be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
Be real about it. If they want the best for me, they're gonna be real to me about it, and they want things to pop off the right way. Especially if they're successful, and he's someone who I extremely am inspired by, and someone who I extremely look up to. So in the game, and that's what you gotta. I feel like too, being in Philly, because you're always by yourself. There might be a lack in friendship with people who are as genuine as you. And I feel like that's very hard to come by too. Because that's why people think like I'm fake, because they be like, shit, you can't be that nice. Who are you? Where the fuck you come from? I'm like, well, shit, I told y'all I'm an alien. Y'all don't know who I am. It's not real. I'm not even real.
Right.
Saying some real shit, but my whole everything, you can't even judge me. You know what I'm saying? You can't even judge me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just be wanting people to be like, chill, bro. Chill. Just chill. Get to know me. I'm cool. I ain't got nothing against you. I'm just not from this planet. It's okay.
It's crazy though. When people see that, as I told you before, like people don't like difference. So like people just think it's weird to be different. And
that's a gem.
Our society, where the type of environments, everything that we have to take part of as of today is just so backwards. I'm starting to learn that like everything is just so much backwards than what it's supposed to be. Like you would think, unity. Okay, positivity,
great, yeah, like
almost like
inspirational,
almost like April Fools, basically. Like you got your positive. Oh, let's have a positive day. It turns out negative. You get what I'm saying? So it's just weird. It's just a whole lot of weird things going on.
And some people, they're so not used to receiving that energy that it does seem like that type of stuff doesn't exist for them, maybe personally, because I think too, everybody has their own set of lens. Everybody's eyes are not connected to everybody's eyes. That's why we have our own two pair. And so when we look through them and see from our own perspective, we do find that, and we have a lot in common. Some people are great energies to be around because they do see it in the same way that you do. But then there's others who, dealing with their childhood traumas and things like that. I'm big on that. I talk about that all the time.
Can I cut into that? Like I said, me and you, we both experienced things in the hood, but we didn't. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm speaking for myself, just on the strength of trying to show leadership. Just because you got homies or you done seen somebody get shot doesn't mean you have to put yourself in a type of predicaments. You get what I'm saying? I witnessed a lot as well. I've touched guns. I'm not saying I was in the streets, but I've been around that stuff too. But here it is today. I made it to see 25 years old. The purpose, like I was telling you, my purpose of music is not to, I'm doing this for clout. I'm doing this for leadership. My music, sometimes, hey, I might want to have fun and talk about turning up, messing with chicks and stuff like that, but that's not my purpose. When I make music, it's just to, have everybody in good spirits, and, it's a part of art. It's just art. Like, I'm just expressing art. A lot of artists and even rappers express themselves by saying, oh, I rap because of art. No, I've heard people say out their mouth, rappers out their mouth, no, I'm just doing this for the money. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't even know
how to get out of the hood. Because everybody's running away from something too. That's another thing. Like, everybody trying to make it in that life because, most rappers are black and most rappers are minorities or Latinos. They come from the hoods and then they're trying to get up, and that's what it is. Like, everybody's running away from something, and and a lot of people got the mentality that money is going to fix it. A lot of people
Right.
think that money's gonna fix it, and that's why they brag about it. It's a thing,
Man,
especially with the newer generation. That's why I fuck with you, and that's why you need to be around. That's why you
they
need to
don't
message.
just
I love that you
they
cut
don't
me off
even
with that
realize
leadership.
they don't they don't realize money is the rule of evil. Like that's real.
Amen.
Money is the rule of
Amen.
evil. And my thing
Amen.
is, yes, I want to be rich. I want to get my family out the hood. Um, I'm going to pray every day. I'm going to continue to pray every day that money don't change my mindset. Because it's like, I've touched money. We all touch money with all this going on, this pandemic, whatever you want to call it. But still, like, I still see the leadership quality. I still see me caring and thinking about my family. I've been able to do stuff for my mom, do stuff for my brother. It's just the way you go about it. That's why I'm thinking, like, like I said, money is the rule
Integrity.
of evil, but at the same time, you gotta
Integrity.
be
You gotta have heart.
mindful. You gotta, yeah. You gotta know how to go
Love
about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another reason why I was telling you, like, one of my investments, if I do become this big celebrity, whatever you want to call it, if my dreams do conquer, I want to bring a crazy artistic, some type of art school to Philly, where as though they have art, music, whatever you want to call it, sports, all kinds of stuff, just to help, other people that was in the
Trust
same
me,
type of
Meek Mill
predicament
probably
as
won't be
me.
listening to this interview because it's probably ain't gonna get that many views yet by no celebrities no time soon. I'm gonna put that into the universe though, guys. I'm gonna say they will, but that nigga ain't gonna hear that. So by the time you ever go to that art school, because he ain't gonna hear about this yet, he gonna hear like might put that in his ear. I don't know, but I want you to be that positive influence for Philly because I feel like me and my homies
Man.
talk about. We talk about the people that came out of Philly that are running away from something too. People who are trying to
Yeah.
get in the industry for money, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And he feels like Will Smith is somebody that did that. He feels like Will
Right.
Smith chased the American dream, ran to LA and tried to do it big out there. And,
Mm-hmm.
but he kind of left behind a lot of stuff that he don't really
Right.
acknowledge anymore. And I'm like, but he does talk about Philadelphia, and he's like, yeah, he only raps about
Mm-hmm.
it, but he comes back, and he doesn't do this, and he doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always thinking about all these other rappers that are from Philadelphia and that do want to see change, but I mean, I don't really see a lot. Like, because I'll be like,
Right.
dang, what is it going to take? Like, look, the infrastructure of the country is going to have to start from the core of it. Meaning, we got to fight this shit legally first. We got to get all these budget cuts. That's the reason why it's such a great thing about the defunding police, because now it's bringing light to where all this money is going. Because the poor ain't getting it. Philadelphia is ran down, and I love Philadelphia. I'm so like I say that with the most respect because I love the beauty in it and how it is in a way
How
ran
much
down.
art?
There's the art. Oh my God, it's like New York. It's the same way. It's literally so beautiful there in me to me to see that the neighborhood is an art piece. Have this beautiful picture the same way. But when you go there, you clearly see that the officers are definitely getting this money because when you look at police, they making $1 billion a year, and then you still got hoods in Philly all over the place. South Philly, West Philly, East Philly. I've been in all those ways of Philly. So I've seen all of them. I'm like, whoa. But then obviously there's the inner city. When you go closer into the city, you got all the other cities around kind of look nice, but not for us. And the infrastructure of this shit and how to dismantle it would have to be from the core and where they're putting this funding. Philadelphia don't have that opportunity, but the musicians have the music and the following and the influence and the power essentially, because there is power in music, especially if you're doing it for the right ways. If you move in the light of God and you believe in, the things that you believe in, you can make things happen. But the money, some people ain't getting that. Some people are literally like missing that, and so then they don't contribute to where they need to contribute. Because it would be easy to just do a food drive, which I kind of at this point for some celebrities, because I've been to these food drives out here in LA, and I've met people at these food drives, like celebrities, like actors, singers, whatever you name it. I've seen them, and when they come to them, it really is just to, I gave money and then take a picture. I despise that because when I'm there, I'm doing it. I don't have a lot, but if I had the money they had, it would be over. I would take a lot of homeless people off the street. I'll blow up like, hey, we get a shelter here. We gonna have affordable housing here. We gonna break down some shit because I'm tired of these cops getting all the money. They can't have the money no more. So I look at Meek Mill as somebody that who could do that, but that's it. He's growing too, and I see that as well. But he's in the industry, you know what I'm saying? He's like up in the shit, quote unquote. So he does need to look at it like that and focus on that. I don't want to see you marching or doing turkey drives for Thanksgiving. I don't want that, or I want to see real change. And so with people like you and your leadership, if you were able to be in that, what would you do if you were to blow up? If somebody seen you off my random with all of my 27 followers, I love it because I'm telling you, that's not doubt, baby. It's about to come. But when I say if somebody off that one little list, they see this and they'll see, and after hearing your music, I think instantly, I don't have a doubt about that. People know that I know real music. If you was to get up into that situation, what would be the first thing? Like if you had all this power and you had all this money and you got signed, or, I wouldn't even want to recommend sign, but look, if you got signed and they were able to work out a really nice little contract that didn't prevent you from getting your money. If you was able to have money out back and you was able to do anything that you wanted to do with your money, what would you do?
Well, we all want to get our mom out the hood, right?
Oh,
first and foremost. Yeah. But I do, I would say to this day, and me as a Muslim person, because that's my religion, Islam. We're supposed to give back to all. It don't matter what race, religion, whatever. The poor. We're supposed to give back. So my biggest thing is, I think, just by helping clean up the homeless situation out there is getting bad. So I will play a major part in that. I would invest in that. We can invest in some condos or something like that, and help these homeless people get jobs.
That's what I'm looking at. Homelessness is huge on my heart because I grew up with an uncle who was homeless, and he was one of my favorite people. I swear to you not. I have that experience where I literally had an uncle who was homeless, and he'd come over, and my grandma would make him food, and I was his bow leg, that's what he called me because I was bow legged when I was little. And we had this bond. And then I never looked at him like he was really on the street at first. But then as he got older and I got older and then I started seeing he was really struggling. And I'm like, whoa, he would try to give me money. He always tried to give me money. And I'd be like, no, you take it after a while too, seeing that he would give me money. I'm like, you don't have nowhere to go. That always hurt. And when he passed away, it hurt. Cause I was like, he had nothing. And to see so many people with nothing, it's ridiculous how so many people, one person could have all these billions of dollars and not want to break down. If somebody gave me $1 billion, I would take how old am I? 32 million out of that and just dish it off. Dish it off.
Right.
Dish it off. I don't even need.
What's crazy?
I don't need shit.
People don't understand.
I get $1 million for each year of my life, and that's it.
People don't understand the benefit in that. You may not trying to go on the religious aspect from it, but you might not get your rewards in the here, but you may get it in the after just by looking out for somebody that's less fortunate.
Yeah.
So. I see the picture where you coming from with that. So and my mom put that in our head. You ain't even got to be homeless. My mom told me kindness is everything. You go out here. I'm the type of guy, I'm so antisocial. You know me, quiet, stay to myself. I don't want to know nobody on the block. But my mom wants us every time we go outside, hey, speak to everybody on the block. You got to be careful with that because some people, they move kind of funny. So you don't want people to get too comfortable and, so it's my point of that whole situation right there is my mom, the background, wherever I came from, my home, it tells a lot. It shows a lot. Just looking out for people constantly, whether they have it or not. You can have it and I'm still looking out for you. So, that's just how I was brought up. So that vision that you talking about as far as helping homeless people, that's serious too in my eyes. I was thinking about things like that too. So. Yeah, it's homeless people out here that can rap. it's homeless people out here that could draw. Like,
yeah, we got somebody out here in San Bernardino. Out here in San Bernardino, California, I know. I feel like I don't like to judge, so I'm like, I don't know what the situation is, but I never really actually talked to him. But he scared me a little because he be loud all over me. I was like, dang, but he's good, like good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, boy, where you going? You know, I be wanting to reach out and talk to him, but he's something else. I don't know. He be on that stuff. I be like, you know, I be like, I love you, brother.
It's scary.
Yeah, you don't know.
Scary.
You don't know, but he is so good. And I know if I know my boys from San Bernardino, they know who I'm talking about. He comes to a lot of the music shows and stuff like that. And I believe he might be homeless, but I don't like to ask or pry, you know, not unless somebody asks me or tell me stuff. So, you know, just encountering people like that. You know, shoot, maybe one day I will ask him. Shoot, maybe I will ask him because I care that much. You know, I care that much about the community, and I care about cleaning up the community and just being a force in the community and just being that love source. So I see where your vision at, brother. I love that you have that same vision as well. Give me one other thing. Give me one other thing that you would do besides work with the homeless.
And just like how you said, as far as like celebrities from Philly that's up there, I will come back and look for artists like myself. Not saying I don't think I can compare myself to anybody just yet. Not saying that just because it's me, but only because I don't know. I haven't found my stench yet. I haven't found me as an artist. I haven't found, you know, what I'm comfortable with, my style, anything. I'm just trying different flows and different, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying different things.
Just be that, be you.
and from that, it's weird because a lot of people, family and all that, they already feel like they can define what type of artist I am. Oh, he's like I done had somebody tell me
like
I'm a common. Or, no, I don't want to. Those is old people, and I've actually listened to them rap. That's not my style. It's not my style because if you want to get technical, like I said, I'm old soul, but a kid at heart. I can switch my flow. I can be just like all these other guys as well. These young guys as well, but I chose not to. I'm trying to find my own, you know, situation. It's hard. It's hard, but at the same time, it's fun. It's like an adventure. Like, so, but yeah, like I would go back out there and I would look into other artists, like,
because you're a conscious rapper, and that's why people would definitely compare you to Common. I wouldn't compare you to Common, like say that you sound like his, you have his flow or anything. But that goes back to the individuality. That's why I said, just stay Retro Kiq, do what you're doing, and you will find, if you feel like you don't have exactly what you think you might be just yet, you're still growing in that, and that's fine. Everybody got their own process. But when you find, you're going to identify with a conscious rapper more than likely. If you want to just put like a little title on it or whatever, that's it. But I can't compare you to nobody either. I can't say you sound like Kid Cudi or you sound like you know Lupe Fiasco. I actually made that comparison only because you kind of remind me of him. You remind me of Lupe Fiasco so much when he was coming up. So I was like, when Lupe Fiasco was young, but he was like, you remind me of him. I think I could say maybe him a little bit, but not too much in the rap. Like, I feel like you got your own style, and whatever that will solidify one day is going to be amazing because I feel like you have it. I want to, before we lose time, I want to ask you a really important question. I always ask all my guests on my podcast after we talk. But I really, 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 really want to see if you could just like stay still, get some good service, and do a freestyle for me. Do a freestyle for me because I know you're a freestyler. Don't be shy, please. I need a freestyle, and I'm gonna give you a word. Are you thinking about something, or you got something brewing in your head already?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You probably was already trying to rip. Like, wait, don't blow up.
Time is on my side. I gotta really strive. Born to be a winner on the losing side. Told my soul, push it to the limit till I'm crucified. Oh, I messed my words up. Wait, more
Okay.
than prolific. This ain't no gimmick. Never had an old head teach me about a scrimmage on my dolo. I grind till I'm stoned. I'm really built for this shit. I can't be cloned. The grind really worth it when you push 9 to 5, keep them from the heat. They on snake time. Beast to the belly. Niggas get jelly. When they see a young fly nigga get jiggy. Repping for the city, it's attached to my kidney. I hustle so hard, Coach Carter won't click me. I'm a prospect. Spit dope context. 2019, fully loaded like a high tech. Grown ass man when it comes to this grind shit. I'm a rare
Hey.
breed. You could tell by my mindset. Gotta stay conscious. That's something I wrote. I got stuff coming.
I
You
know.
feel
It's
me?
cool.
Like I got stuff coming. It's just like
I can
I'm
tell,
I'm
but I
I'm
love it.
I'm pretty good at freestyling, but like I've developed this writing situation so crazy to the point if
Mm.
I was to freestyle, I can flow, but if I feel like they ain't gonna come out right, it'll start looking like a game after a
You
while. You
start
get what I'm
overthinking
saying?
in
Like,
your head, and then you
yeah, like
overthinking
it,
it.
and I don't like that, and it'll look unprofessional on here. But like,
No, yeah,
I'm
I
coming
wouldn't want that.
along.
I wouldn't want that. I would not want to have that interview where I mess you up.
Yeah.
You good. No, but I really encourage everybody to go to his Instagram page. Can you tell the good people your Instagram page? How do you spell it, and all your characters and all that good stuff?
So my Instagram name is spelled kind of funny. I spelled it like this because when you're an artist, you have to think out the box. You got to be artistic. So
Yes.
my Instagram name is spelled RETR0KIQ. I put a Q at the end of my name as in kid because I want the D to look like it fell down. Basically,
Upside
like
down.
you
Yeah.
ever see like ABCD, or like you know how they'll put up the alphabet somewhere for like the kids and the word just look like it fell down or something. Like I just try
Right,
to
right.
get real creative with it. So a lot of people when
I
they
love
pronounce my
it.
name, even when performing, oh, Retro Kiq, I have to get on a microphone. Y'all, it's Retro Kid. Drop the beat.
Retro kid,
Like
bruh.
so
Drop that cue, huh? Wait, flip that shit back up.
yeah. So it's RETR 0. It ain't even a O. RETR 0 KIQ. Retro Kid.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can catch him on Instagram. You got a Twitter, right?
Yeah, I got a Twitter too. The name, I think it's the same way. It's the same way. I don't be on my Twitter as much, but I think I need to
You
get
gotta
back on
be
there
on
because it
Twitter,
do be
boy.
like stuff going on there and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, with the music. I think I did tell you, but I mean, I probably was missed out. I don't know. I talk about it a lot, talk about music a
Yeah.
lot, but I think definitely there's a great, healthy community of artists on Twitter, which it's not just the big names that you know, but I think
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I'll follow you on there because I don't think I even have you. I didn't know you had Twitter, but that's great to
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's really, really great to know. So you guys can follow him on Instagram at Retro Kid, but it's a Q at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you gotta find him. Okay, that's gonna be the way.
I
Um,
got a lot of content coming too as well. A lot of content
yeah,
coming.
he's got a new EP coming out, y'all. Y'all be very willing and ready for that. This was great. Um, we are wrapping up our wellness on this episode, and I'm really glad that we were able to touch on some of the things just to get to know you a lot better. You're a young, gifted Black man, and I'm proud of you and everything that you do for the community and what you're doing
Thank you.
now. For just being an inspiration to your little brother and making sure that he becomes a man and the man that I know you want him to be and be successful, especially in baseball. He's going to
Of
be
course.
he is a beast, but he's going to be well on his way as well. And it's always love to you guys. But I did have that
I
one
got,
last question.
what is that?
Wait, you got to say something first because I don't want to.
Yeah, I got something for you. I got a crazy video coming for y'all. I just filmed one video, but I got another one coming that's crazy. Like the
Nice.
concept of it and everything. So yeah, it's a lot of content. You just gotta stay up on my Instagram. Most of my music is on SoundCloud. You just click the link, it's on there, bunch of freestyles, whatever you want to hear. And an EP is coming. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff coming.
Nice.
It's a lot.
I can't wait to see your art your art in this. I just feel like I'm gonna get like a bunch of cool things coming at me all at once over a hot ass
Yeah.
track, over some hot ass lyrics. So I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is exciting because, like, yeah, I mean, so many people I'm around, they're on their game. There's so many awesome videographers and stuff out here, and
Mm-hmm.
producers and directors, and artists, and it's live out here in Southern California. So when you come out here, you're
I
welcome in my
just was about to.
space.
I'm sorry to mess you up, cut you off.
Oh, it's
I'm
okay.
actually coming out there. I'm actually coming out there to LA. I think at the end of next month. My mom's trying to take me to the Mike Tyson fight, which is on the 12th
Oh,
of next month, or something like that. So I
oh,
may be coming out there twice. The end of next month. The reason I'm coming out there because I have a producer out there that's actually trying to work with me. I'm gonna
oh,
do 2
great.
tracks with him out there. The only thing that
Yes.
I may need help with is finding a studio somewhere I can, record at a studio because
Oh,
I
great.
actually wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to shoot a video out there as well, like a small snippet of, the EP, basically.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
definitely. Definitely. We'll keep in
yeah.
touch on that for sure. Yeah, let's work on that immediately because I do know people who have studios and stuff like that, and would
Okay.
definitely work with you through me and, get you popping because, yeah, you definitely want to be in, like I said, when you come out here, I don't know who you know out here, but you want to be in the right light. And there's a lot of
Right.
people who would be willing to, look at what your vision is and work with you on
Hmm.
your vision and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really proud of you too, because yeah, the videos definitely keep them popping, and we gonna get you on
Yeah.
Spotify. I'm gonna get you to stop saying that you a SoundCloud rapper, boy. You better than that. You better than
Yeah,
that,
for
boy.
sure.
Don't start yourself. Look, excuse me. I make jokes about my following, and I make jokes about how I feel like I ain't where I want to be. But look, I know it's
Yeah.
coming. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. And what your work is and your content, content coming out, you got it.
Hmm.
You straight. You good. And I'm proud of you for that.
Right.
But
Right.
question:
Thank you. Thank you.
who is your? I always have to ask because I always want to see if we got a little bit of time to debate. Because I haven't had nobody had a
Hmm.
bad week yet. Or I always ask, who's your top 3 artists? And I don't know if I want to do
Um.
all time. Who's your top 3
Uh.
artists right now? Oh, you know what? How about I
So.
say right now? Look, I haven't done a future. I haven't done one of those
All
in
right.
the
Right
previous
now.
time.
Right now.
Who is
So
your?
right now, it's 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 a lot of artists out here that's killing
I
it. That's killing it.
oh,
I'm gonna say my first one. My first one, I'm gonna give it to Lil Uzi. My second one,
Philly.
it's hard to pick between. It's hard to pick between Little Baby and The Baby because both of them they got
Well,
different
look, no,
flows,
we
but
put
they
them in
hot.
the same category. How about that? Look, anybody ever put me on that interview and they say, "Do you like the baby?" I'm like, "I like the baby, the little baby." They're the same. I'm like,
Yo,
they're the
they
same.
hot, man.
If you gonna put him on number 2, you gotta put little baby on number 2. You put the baby on number 2, you gotta put
It's
little baby on number 2.
and for the third, I've been listening to this guy's named Sean Sloan. He's
Oh,
from Cali. He's from
oh,
Cali, but he's been in Philly. He's lived in Philly or something like that.
okay,
Conscious rapper. He
nice.
expresses he has sickle cell. So
Oh,
he
okay.
expresses, I think you should look into him too. He's dope artist, dope
Yes,
artist.
plug
Like,
the music, plug the music. We love
he
music.
talks, he talk his stuff about the streets, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, I can kind of relate to him because of not saying because he raps about his pain as far as his sickle cell, his sickness,
Mm.
but he expresses his feelings with his families, all kinds of stuff. Like he
Oh, he
dope,
get
he
deep.
dope. I like Sean
Kind of like
Sloan,
a
and it's
Dave West
weird.
or something.
It's crazy because
Sound like.
I don't like feeling like a groupie or anything. But one day, me coming home from work, Sean Sloan was actually in front of me, like walking in front of me. He got this little limp to him, I guess, because his body,
Oh,
he's in
yeah.
pain, whatever you want to call it. But he got this funny hair, like he almost looked like a Mexican. He's not, no disrespect, bro, but he got all his hair or whatever, and I could tell. Just it's funny how I could tell people who people are, like just by the way they walk and stuff. So I'm like, oh
Yeah.
snap, this Sean Sloan. And I think Sean Sloan is signed with Dream Chasers with Meek
Oh,
in them.
okay.
So
Yep.
like I was like, yo, this is Sean Sloan. But he was moving so fast. I just wanted to, yo, bro, I respect your grind, your music is all that. Like, but
Like
yeah,
you
like
would have
he's
been like, you
somebody,
would have been literally like excited to like have been able to have a word.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
I
not
respect
groupie. It's
he
cool
dope,
because
man.
certain people out here are your inspiration, and I'm the same way. I definitely am the same way. Like I know people in the industry. I know people high up to the low, so it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I meet a lot of people, but when I see people and I'm talking to them, there are people that I would be like, oh my god, like I would want to talk to, like or like kind of
Right.
like low key in my head, like oh my god, if I ever met this person, like but it's okay. We just
Yeah.
we do it humbly and we do it cool.
Mm-hmm.
We do it with grace. We do it with grace because I ain't with that groupie
Philly,
life. Never.
Philly got some good artists too. I like that people got to be aware of. It's dope out here.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of
know.
artists.
I'm excited. That's really exciting. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm really excited to hear from that boy because Sean, you said Sean Low, Lon,
Sean
Lon,
Sloan.
Sloan.
Sean
We're gonna
SHAUN
get that out. I'm
Sloan
kidding. No, we don't.
SLOAN.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great. So yes, Sean Sloan. Yeah, you gotta send me that. Send me that. And then, because this is what I do. So I've actually introduced the Music is Love Fridays on the
Mm-hmm.
podcast. So it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
just my homage to music. And instead of, because I mean, even when I do my regular wellness and we're talking about, family or like, love or wisdom and all that other good stuff that I bring to my podcast, which we do
Mm-hmm.
through music as well. All of it has the same reoccurring theme, but music is Love Fridays is like literally one of my favorites. So I'm going to be bringing artists on for those opportunities to talk about music and talk about their mental health and talk about how they're getting through things. And I really appreciate you for giving me this time. And
Thank you.
yeah, that's great because it's definitely helping with my brand. Because seriously, like I said, I believe in your art. I believe in your art and your vision, and I feel like I'm here to support young artists and just artists, period. Doesn't even matter if you're just starting and you're 40. If that's something that you're good at doing, and not saying this for everybody either, because it's not, and I only want the best. I want the best, but I'm just joking. But even if it could be a hobby, I feel like when music is involved too, it's some people can consider it a hobby or they treat it like a hobby. But music is somebody's life, and it is life. And for me, that's why I do what I do. Music is Love Fridays, and doing that. So yeah, anytime like you're gonna see other artists that I've worked with as I build my repertoire. And look, we are going back to the studio after this one because it is hot. I know you in PA, and you is hot. I am in Riverside. It is hot, and I am not okay. You guys check on your strong friends. Always check on them. We ain't always doing so well in these times, okay? I already know. Check on y'all strong friends. But yeah, I just appreciate your light and thank you for coming. And you'll get to see a little bit more of what I do too. And I'm definitely eager to see what you're doing. And we're gonna get you all hooked up, especially when you come out here to California. So tell the good people anything positive that you want to put out there. Another message, because that leadership message is everything to me. But I really want to hear that if you have anything else to say to anyone watching this video right now and out here to kind of uplifting and inspirational word.
I'm gonna keep it brief. Chase your dreams, man. Just chase your dreams, and just like
Simple.
you said, to feed off of what you said, it don't matter. Age is just a number. Chase your dreams, plain and simple, because your dreams is gonna get you to where you want to be at, not with somebody else, a hater, or somebody that's pushing you. Whatever you want to do, follow your dreams. Chase your dreams, and that's how I'm gonna leave it.
I love it. Thank you. And I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this interview up. I don't want to go over, but for, anyone out there really chasing their dreams, and especially if you guys want to do your own podcast, just hit me up. My name is Jessica with Love by Jess. Jessa Rabs 88. That is my IG handle, and I will put you in touch with my producers. This is a productive culture podcast that is on the lineup, and I really know that these brothers are amazing at what they do. If you guys have a podcast, an idea that you guys want, then you guys gotta check in with my man's JMKM and get hooked up, because it's everything. I've been working with these guys now for a minute, and they have been more than helpful, and just encouraging and just loving and just pouring into me. And they've been the ones that definitely believe in my dream too. So I know you guys will be in good hands if you guys just come to Productive Culture as well on IG, because if you guys come through me, yeah, I could hook you guys up. So I would be the referral, but going through JMKM will get you guys rolling too. Just mention my name and go to productiveculture.com/podcast. And this was a With Love by Jess interview with Retro Kiq. I love you, brother. Thank you so
you
much.
too.
Peace.
All right.
Peace and love. Take care. I'll see you soon.
All right.